Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Language Lore, where I, Avira, talk you through the evolution of language and discuss language questions. Today, we're going to talk about why language, more specifically slang, moves on so much faster than how it used to. Is the attention span decreasing? Have we learned how to be more effective with language? Or can it all just be attributed to new people being seen by millions every day through social media? To answer these, I think we need to understand how slang comes to be at all, or even what slang is. Slang, according to Merriam-Webster, is very informal, non-standard vocabulary. Slang is usually used in speech more than it is in writing, and it's highly disgraced informal speech. According to the Oxford English Dictionary website, the etymology of slang, the word, remains uncertain. However, some theories have arisen. These include deriving the word from the verb to sling, from the French langue, language, or from ancestors of the Dutch and German words for snake, which are slang and schlang. Slang has many ways of developing: semantic shifts, clipping, portmanteau words, and the internet. Now, what do half of these words even mean? Let's go through each of them. The second most common way slang is made is through semantic shifts. Semantics are the meanings behind words. So, semantic shifts are changing the meanings of these words. For example, you take a word that already exists and slap a whole new meaning to it. Like fire, it just doesn't mean flames anymore. It means something amazing. Like, that song's fire. It's like a little linguistic upgrade, giving an old word a brand new job. Then we have clipping, snipping a word for efficiency. It's like we get too lazy to say the whole word. For example, how gym is short for gymnasium, sus is suspicious, and legit comes from, well, legitimate. Now, portmanteau words. Portmanteau words are just two words that are blended together. But this is a less common form of slang, at least nowadays. Some portmanteau words are hangry, which are hungry plus angry, and brunch for breakfast and lunch. Another portmanteau word, surprisingly, is the word podcast, which isn't slang, but it originated as a hybrid of the word iPod and broadcast. And I guess another way of slang is acronyms like YOLO, you only live once. Slang's all about the less is more. And finally, the most common way slang is formed, the internet, where slang goes from zero to viral at warp speeds. Memes, TikTok trends, and tweets can create a brand new slang term, and it spreads worldwide in a few hours. So social media also has its way of killing slang as fast as it fires it up, but that's something we'll get to later. Now I hear some of you saying, Avira, so many words that you just took as examples aren't even slang anymore. And to that, I say, I hear you. But that's exactly what we're here to find out, aren't we? Why aren't these words slang anymore? The 21st century has brought us all closer together than ever before. Social media has led to us seeing more people around the world than ever before. We now have access to millions of different kinds of peoples, millions of different informal languages. But does slang really die out so much faster now? Well, as slang gets more popular, more people use it in their daily lives. Then others catch on. And then the word or phrase seems like it becomes a frenzy. Now, the people who use social media on an irregular basis are gonna catch on. Even those who aren't the targeted audience for this content. Boomers, millennials, Gen X, those who are older and may not even understand the context, they start catching on. Parents start using the slang to connect better with their children. Teachers use it to seem cooler to their students. And corporations whose audience is majorly Gen Z, they start to use the same language. The reason slang gets so popular is because it's seen as an insider language, and human nature plays on the feeling of missing out, so we all want to join in on the insider language, which makes it insider to our whole generation. Like a common inside joke that ties together the young people of the world. Once a corporation uses this language, the inside joke is now public information. This leads to either the slang dying out or becoming a regular go-to word. The appeal of vibing with someone dies out once the something that's trying to vibe with you is a McDonald's Big Mac or a Burger King Whopper. There's another way slang dies out. Or well, in this case, it doesn't start up at all. Like the word chuggy, which etymology nerd taught me. No Gen Z ever actually remember using the term, but it had a brief uprising in 2021, which was enough for the New York Times to write an article on it, and millennials picked up on the new Gen Z term as mocking them. This created the loop of Gen Z not using the word because millennials now were, which proves the point of why it died. Chuggy, ironically, became chuggy. Language and slang is always known to develop through newer generations, since they're likely to see the older generations as less cool and don't adopt the less cool language. It's like when Gretchen in Mean Girls tried to make fetch a thing, but it never caught on because of how hard she tried to push it to be slang. On that note, that's how slang lives and that's how it dies. Signing off, Language Lore.